Hi friends, good evening to all. And now finally the mid-sessions exams, that is JIPMER, also has been completed today, that is 21st of June 2020. So it's time to discuss the recall based questions. Yes, I am going to clear one fact that this is completely a recall based question. Yeah, definitely you will find a similarity because this is completely a good kind of recall. So you will find the exact language of the questions, but it doesn't mean like that. So this is completely a recall based questions. If completely similarity with your real questions, this is merely a coincidence. And it's our duty to touch each and every topic of PSM especially, so you able to correlate what are the questions previously asked, what are the questions going to be asked, and what are the questions in these exams. So biostats is very important in all these three papers. Either you can tell like that AIMS paper, PGI paper, or JIPMER paper. So without going to delay, let's start the questions first. The first questions at your screen is, in a populations of 1000, the number is given 1000 and prevalence is given 20%, sensitivity is given 50%, and specificity is given 90%, and they are asking about PPV. So first you have to know what is PPV. PPV is positive predictive value. To answer these questions, you have two options. Either you directly go with the formula that is available everywhere, or either you have some basic concepts about what is PPV, what is sensitivity, what is specificity, so what is negative predictive value, what is positive predictive value. So first let's discuss one by one. There is a standard textbook of epidemiology, that is Goddess, and on that when you go and follow the page number 97 to 107 on the sixth editions, there is a table and there is a complete discussions given about the sensitivity, specificity, positive predictive value, and the negative predictive value. Let's discuss one by one. So first go with the chart. What they have written. This side they has written positive and negative. What the mean? This is a screening test result. This is a screening test result, and they have two value. Either it may be positive or it may be negative. And top of the table, that is 2 by 2 table, they have given about the disease. Either you can say disease present or disease absent. The population have the disease and the population do not have the disease. Now if you consider at this is plus and this is minus, now easily you can calculate this is plus plus, this plus and this plus becomes plus and plus, this plus and this minus, this is plus and minus, these minus and these plus become minus plus, and these become minus and minus. What does it mean? This is telling that test is positive in which disease is positive. That means positive disease having positive results, screen test positive results. That means we are talking about the true things. We are talking about the true things. We are talking about the true things. That is, it is true positive. What do you mean? Positive means what? Positive is the result. In which conditions? In true condition. That means persons having the disease. When we come to the second one, there is test is positive, but where test is positive? Where there is no disease. That means what you are getting? Test is getting positive, but there is no disease. That means you are getting falsely positive results. Come to this one. Here the test is negative, but disease is there. That means you are doing some mistakes. That means in a person having disease and the screen test result get negative, that means there is we are getting what? There we are getting falsely negative result. But test is negative and there is no disease. That is true things. That is what they are telling. There is no result is positive in persons having no disease. That is they are telling about true things. That is they are telling about true negative. Now there are two terms. What is sensitivity? Sensitivity is equal to true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. If you go by this formula, you not able to answer in exams. What is actual things? What is sensitivity? Sensitivity is simply real disease having total disease. Simply real disease having total disease. Total disease means ki this is the disease person, that is true positive plus false negative, having total population having the disease, in which in reality there is this person is true positive. Now you able to easily answer true positive by true positive plus false negative. This is sensitivity. What about specificity? Specificity is just you can tell like that there is a real healthy people out of total healthy people, and total healthy people means the persons having no disease. That is the person having no disease means false positive and true negative. That means specificity is equal to true negative, that is real healthy divided by false positive plus true negative. This is specificity. What about the positive predictive value? Positive predictive value. What about the positive predictive value? They tells about the screening test result. They tells about the screening test result in which the test is positive. That means they asking about the out of total positive, how many have a real disease. That is they are positive value means real disease person is what? The real disease person is true positive. And how many person having a screening test result positive? That is true positive plus false positive. In exam, if you are going to mark easily, then this is asking about the p p p, so you can easily answer. What about the negative predictive value? Negative predictive value means the person is in reality there is healthy out of this one having negative result. That is false negative plus true negative. Real healthy, they are talking about the real healthy. False negative and false. So this is about sensitivity, specificity, positive predictive value, negative value. Now come to your questions. They have given additional value of prevalence and they are asking to calculate the positive predictive value, and that can be easily calculated by one Bayes theorem formula, that is positive predictive value is equal to sensitivity into prevalence divided by sensitivity into prevalence plus 1 minus specificity into 1 minus prevalence multiply by 100. In these questions, what is given? If you put sensitivity is what given? Sensitivity is given 50%. That is sensitivity is given 0.5. Prevalence is given. Prevalence is given 20%. That is 0.2. The same is below sensitivity into prevalence. That is 0.5 into 0.2 plus 1 minus specificity is given. Specificity is given is 0.9. 0.9 minus 0.9 into 1 minus prevalence. Prevalence is given, that is 20%, that is 0.2. What become 0.1 divided by 0.1 plus this is 0.8 into 0.1 into 0.8 into 100 is equal to 0.1 divided by 0.1 plus 0.08 into 100. What actually comes? 0.1 divided by 0.18 into 100 ultimately comes around 55.55, approx is equal to 56%. So ultimate result will be this one. So you can calculate this by directly applying the formula, and you can also apply the formula for negative predictive value, where the formula is specificity into bracket 1 minus prevalence divided by specificity into 1 minus prevalence plus bracket 1 minus sensitivity into prevalence. So you can easily answer these questions by this formula. So this is the concept about the sensitivity, specificity, positive predictive value and the negative predictive value. Now the second questions. This is from biostatistics part, and they have given in a clinical study the efficacy between the drug was noted. Between the drug was noted. What do you mean? Between the drug means drug A and B. They have noted, and they have given the value of alpha is, that is p value is given, p is equal to 0.05. That is significant given. Value is given significant. Assume in reality there is no difference. What type of error is? So to answer this question, you have first to draw a table so that you can mark easily answer of these questions. They are asking about the null hypothesis. What you mean by null hypothesis? Null hypothesis tells that there is no difference between drug A and B. There is no difference between drug A and B. What do you mean by alternate hypothesis? They tells that there is a difference between drug A and B. There is difference between drug A and B. That is alternate hypothesis. In this question, they are asking about the null hypothesis. And they have clearly mentioned between two drugs. So let's assume null hypothesis. That is, you can tell it in reality. Make a table. In reality, that means null hypothesis is true or null hypothesis may get false. That is, true means what? What do you mean by true? Null hypothesis true means in reality there is no difference. In reality there is no difference. False means in reality there is difference. What may be the possibility? You are going to accept or you are going to reject the null hypothesis. Let's consider you are going to null hypothesis, you are going to reject or you are going to accept. These may be the conditions. In reality, there is no difference. That the null hypothesis is true, but you are going to reject that hypothesis. Are you doing correct thing or you are doing wrong thing? You are doing wrong thing and you are doing a error that is known as type 1 error. A type 1 error is known as alpha, or this is error of first kind. But in reality, that is null hypothesis is true and you are accepting, that is you are doing what? You are taking a correct decision. Correct decision. It is your accuracy. So this is your accuracy. But if null hypothesis is false, false means what? There is a difference, but you are also rejecting this difference and you are rejecting. That means you are taking care. What is? You are taking a correct decision. Correct decision. And this is your power. And power is what? 1 minus beta. Then where is beta? Beta is this one. What is this one? There is a difference. That means null hypothesis is false, but you are accepting that. That means you are doing mistakes. And this is type 2 error. Type 2 error. And this is basically a beta. In reality, there is no difference and you are rejecting. Why you are rejecting? Because you are getting the value of alpha is less than 0.05. That is significant value you are getting. And the significant value you are getting and you are rejecting, that means you are doing a mistakes. Now, in a clinical study, efficacy between the drug was noted P is less than 0.05. Assuming in reality there is no difference. In reality, there is no difference. That is, they are talking about the null hypothesis. There is true, but you are rejecting that because of these things, significant value. That means what type of error is this? Is type 1 error. Okay, and this is clearly explained on the textbook of epidemiology, that is standard textbook, got is on page number 218 on 6th editions. So what you are thinking, next time they will ask about the what is beta, what is type 2 error, they will ask about what is the power, what is the accuracy. Accuracy is 1 minus alpha, power is 1 minus beta. They may ask about the other name, what is the other name of type 1 error? Alpha. So they can ask a different things. Okay, next questions. This is the questions and this is the line directly taken from a standard textbook, that is god is they have taken the standard lines and even by rule out the other options, you can answer these questions. What the questions was: in which of the following study subjects act as his own control? That is, case act as control. Case act as control. They are asking about. In cohort study, case act as control? No. In case cohort study, they act as control? No. Then what may be the case crossover study? And they directly given on page number 172 of textbook of epidemiology in God's standard textbook. They have directly mentioned person who is case serve as his own control in which case crossover design. Okay, so this is straightforward questions, so you can mark easily at answer D. Let's discuss another questions. MMR expresses. And you remember that this is this type of question, or this is the questions I think examination in examination history, this will be the highest number of repeat. And I think this is the definitions during your university examination. Most of the examiner want to know what is MMR. This is a rate or this is a ratio, this kind of thing. So this topic is, you can say that if you know, you can answer. And these questions has directly, you can say, just repeated 2 week back, or you can't tell 2 week back. In AIMS examination, they have asked the same questions. MMR, and MMR is 1 lakh per live birth. Remember that this is live birth and this is 1 lakhs. So you can mark this question directly. If you want to go refer, you can refer the Park Standard Textbook, that is on 25th edition, the latest editions, on page number 610. So you can mark this answer easily. This is a very important questions, you can say. And these questions almost all student know about the answer. So I am not going to detail discuss in this, but I want to highlight one fact. This is very important for you. If you are going to read Park, and if you are following a Park textbook during your either you have read, or either you have any kind of PDF, then just recall some pictures or just recall some table and some differences given in Park in different pages, because examiner is going to directly pick up those line and put in the questions, and that is easy for them to choose options, that easily any student get confused. So what they have chosen the line first, I am going to give the reference of a standard textbook, that is Godis, on page number 31, sixth edition. They have given a complete graph, and they are they have given also a example of salmonella. But if you go to the textbook Park, available everywhere and available to every students, the latest editions, I am giving the reference of latest edition on page number 72. They have given a difference, the main feature of point source epidemics they have given, and they have clearly mentions the epidemic curve rises and falls rapidly with no secondary waves, no secondary wave, and the sporadic tend to be in all cases, and all the cases develop within one incubation period. Now comes on this. This is your single exposure common vehicle epidemics. Single exposure common vehicle epidemics. What they are asking. The characteristics of single source common vehicle exposure is explosion. Option was, second option is frequent secondary cases. Severity of cases increases with age. Cases appearing in the exposed as well non-exposed. What they are asking about explosion. Why explosion? Because all cases occur in a single incubation period. Frequent secondary cases not a features of single common vehicle exposure. So you can directly mark the answer A. One question was about the vaccine, that is pneumococcal vaccines. They have given exactly, I have not framed the questions. They have directly given about the one splenectomy. About that question we will discuss later. During we will discuss the infectious parts. One confusing questions and confusing options was given, that is, and these questions guarantee this question is not going to repeat in future in any exams. So you not need to worry about this kind of questions, or this is directly fact and data based, and it's not practically possible to anyone to remember all the data, what the calorie burn during walking, jumping, playing hard rock and different things. And the many book, many net source you able to search that they have written like that calorie burn during gardening is between 200 to 400. And the option was so confusing. One option is 250, 400, 300, 450. What you going to mark? I have searched many sources. They have given heavy yard work, landscaping, moving rock, hauling dirt. They have 400 to 600 calorie per hour. Gardening, about the gardening, pulling weeds, planting flower, etc. 200 to 400 kilocalorie per hour. So one source, dagging a sowing 250 kilocalorie, lawn mowing 190 kilocalorie, weeding 105 calorie, gardening burn fat. So many book have given many options, exact value. Still, I am searching for the exact value because options was so closing that if you consider 200 to 400, what do you mark? You have three options: 250, 300, 400. So mark accordingly what you are getting a good reference, because the net should not be a good reference for marking the exactly answer. So in our next video I will definitely give a exact answer of this. Remaining two or three questions which are left to discuss about the PSM, we will discuss in next video. Our motto is not to give answer. Our motto is to directly, that is, you can say, hint the topic, what the topic examiner is going to ask, what you should know for the future exams, those who are targeting for the upcoming NEET PG 2021. It's not like that you able to read all the pages of arc, but definitely what the questions have been asked in any exams, you must read that topic, because the future exam is directly based on that topic. The question directly not going to repeat this, but this is the standard questions, so chances is repeated there, but topic is going to definitely repeat. So try to find out these concept from any source, what the source available to you, having all the data, what the MCQ book you are following, having all these type of questions. It's not like that you are getting these type of question only on DNA platform or only on the DNA classroom program. You are, these type of question you will get everywhere. We are discussing earliest because our aim is to give earliest solutions early, so that you can at least one day get advantage on the other, because the time is limited and you have to read lots of subjects, and lots of not subject, you can say lots of topics. There is no limit what you going to read or not read. So focus on what the source you have, read these topic especially, collect the topic of AIMS, PGIMER and JIPMER. You able to find out that almost 40 to 45 topic you are going to easily covered by these compiling these questions. So first focus on this topic because this is going to be a repeat. Other subjects questions we are going to discuss later on after 1 or 2 week, where we are going to discuss each topic of AIMS, PGI or GPMR in a standard format like subjects wise discussion. Then we will directly compile what are the important area before the exams. So thank you for listening. And again, I am going to declare the same fact. If the question is going to similar with the real questions, this is merely a coincidence. Thank you so much. Good night.